Let's see. Can we do it? I don't know. There are many ways to lose to Priest, and a few ways to win, but... Is completing the quest on turn 6 acceptable? It is. With the Nourish in hand.
Thy blood be born again.
And it's just a question of what I do about the Priest's 1-drop there. Do I want to do something about it? I think I might summon an eagle and innervate to carry on the quest. See if the priest has an answer to this. Like penance, or otherwise he would have to spend the coin to do something. Alright, priest didn't have an answer to that. It's a tempo, or cube priest. But so far, I mean, this is looking fine. There isn't a 1-mana spell, right? No one wants Holy Smite in that deck. Because it's this deck with the Vile Fiend, then I also think that there won't be a Breath of the Infinite, it's going to be the Holy Nova. Which could be there. And it could have even kept in the Mulligan to play against Spell Druid. Hi Diano. Accent, so you got rid of Fungal Fortunes. No, I haven't. This is the same list that this is my old Quest Druid list, I haven't changed a card. Fungal Fortunes was never in my Quest Druid list. And this is the best Quest Druid list still. No one has still built a better one. I think I want to summon another eagle. There is the chance of a coin Holy Nova. But that would mean that he spends the coin. So I would be quite happy about that. If I get him to spend the coin for very little gain. This, on the other hand, is great for him. I think I want my Steel Beetle out there. Well, these have very little else to do but hit face, which of course isn't very meaningful. Now Psyche Splits are available, Grave Runes are available. Now there can be more problematic things coming up. We'll see in the very near future. Okay, that wasn't a big deal. That's good. So this turn will be wrathing down the Mana Saber, I believe. Yeah, I think that's the way. Just wrath down the Mana Saber, because the Mana Saber is scary. Just hero power and chill. We complete the quest, next turn I can do Nourish. I can do Nourish, I can play the Defender, and I can play Bockbeam because it's going to cost 0. But Priest is a tough matchup. We'll see, we'll see. Generally I need like Ysera or something to really challenge Priest. Okay. So then I get to play Nourish. Pair of Anubisat Defenders. Intriguing. That is very interesting. I mean, I suppose I am playing them out there. Anubisat. And another Anubisat. I probably will use the Crystal Power and Bockbeam. But what do I use them on? Do I want to handle the Light Spawn? Or do I want to touch one of these? I guess killing the Light Spawn is fine. I'll Bockbeam there. I'll Crystal Power there. Just kill off that Light Spawn. I mean, this is okay. I don't particularly want to Iron Bark these. I want to save the Iron Bark for something better. But there is, of course, the chance that he can Psyche Split my good stuff and then death the originals. That's always a threat. That's an Apotheosis, right? Yeah. That was to be expected. Did he actually get a playable 1-mana spell? He did. A little bit sad about that, of course. He got another one. Oh, this is lucky streak. You typically don't see that. But sometimes. So, if I nourish now, I will have 5 mana, which will be enough to starfall this board. So, with nourish we go. Draw some more cards. Starfall the Setek, which just so happens also kills the other minions. And trade away that one. Fine. We have handled some of the priest's boards, but I still need some good Ysera portals and stuff to gain a tempo swing that the priest cannot answer. That would be the Ysera. Priest probably has a rip there. At 8 mana he can do Psychic Split Death already. So I don't want to Iron Bark the Ysera. But I think I do want to play it.
My dream is your nightmare.
Let's get those portals into the deck. And this one's just going to face. I expect the Ysera to die. If for some reason Ysera doesn't die, I will Satravar it.
We are all bound.
But I expect that there is some form of removal for it. Typically there is. One of the portals can give me another Satravar target. Once I get to those. There's still Holy Novas left. I think that card is probably Holy Nova, because it was kept in the Mulligan. And you would keep it because you expect to face Spell Druids, of course. So I would need to use Iron Bark if I want to clear this board. I suppose that's fine. I think I can afford to do that now. Do Iron Bark on this one, so then I will have a board clear here. I can also play the Steel Beetle, it's okay. Plays around a little bit of that triple invoked Galagrond, because the 4th invoke is still missing. So it doesn't kill 4 minions yet. I've already drawn with both Nourishes. Mind Control is sweet, but could have been much sweeter. I think I'll just trade. I don't need to use the Starfall yet. Just trade and play the Crystal Merchant. Get some card draw going. There won't be a Shadow Madness in a deck like this, but now there is a fully invoked Galagrond, which can of course bring its own problems. Well, I didn't expect a main deck Mass Dispel either, to be honest. If I get a Great Dragon from the portals, then I'm just going to Satravar it. Don't really want to Satravar the Deathwing, I guess. There could be a Galagrond in hand. That's possible. There can be Soul Mirror. Are these good enough to Satravar? Do I want Serakus? It's not terrible, but maybe I don't want that. I guess I can simply kill his board here. And play another Crystal Merchant. So now Galagrond wouldn't kill the entire board. Galagrond would kill 4 minions, of course, but it might leave a big dragon up. Here comes the Galagrond, and it leaves the Deathwing up. Alright, he could have a Shadow Word Death, or he could have a discounted Time Rip. Do I pick up something good for the Satravar?
Your feeble magic amuses me.
That's not terrible. Soul Mirror obviously remains an out. Is that powerful enough to Satravar? It's the main question, I suppose.
How curious.
Because there's always the threat of a Soul Mirror. I do wonder. If he had Soul Mirror, would he still have played Galagrond last turn? Probably yes. That card could also be a Soul Mirror. It's still possible. 3 portals left. Maybe I can do 1 Rising Winds here. But I can't Satravar on the same turn as I Rising Winds without any air bait. Okay, we'll do it like this for now. This is problematic for a Soul Mirror, because it gives him quite good stuff. But does he have a Soul Mirror? Or can he discover a Plague of Death? 2 priest spells only that are great answers here. So, can he find one of those? He did have the Soul Mirror, so this is a priest with absolutely perfect cards. And it's still not that bad. I mean, it's a little bit bad, but it's not miserable. He gets a Waxadreds Candle, but he won't have nearly as much use of the Waxadreds Candle as I have. Same applies to the stuff I have in hand. He still has Grave Rooms and stuff left. Okay, 6 cards remaining in the deck. I guess I can do another Rising Winds here. And I'm probably going to play the Oasis Surger. Now that I have seen his Soul Mirror, and I've seen much of his random stuff, then I think I can also Wrath now. So I can Wrath that one. He still has those Psyche Splits and stuff left. I can trade away that one. Then he still had so that card is a Holy Nova, right? Do I want to use an Iron Bark now? Maybe I will use an Iron Bark. I should have Oak Beamed that one to play around Holy Nova. I was a little slow there, apologies for that. It was Breath of the Infinite, which isn't usually included in the Tempo Priest archetype, so I'm now a little bit surprised by what I'm seeing here. A bit of a non-standard list going on. That was a great randomly generated card. But I don't think he has more Mass Dispels. At least it isn't very likely. So I'm just going to Satravar this Waxadred to make many more Waxadreds. And then I can also kill that 5/5 over there. And now I have a small army of Waxadreds, which will come back every turn. So unless he happens to have a Plague of Death, which now, given that he seems to run a little bit of an Furious version, he could have Plagues of Death. We'll see about that in the near future. Such an interesting hand and board. He has an Apotheosis left. If he's able to find that Plague of Death, that's really strong. So do I just trade away his Waxadred here to protect some of my Waxadreds? Or do I push 14 to face put him down to 5?
So many contradictions.
I think I will trade away his Waxadred. This will go face. I will play a Hidden Oasis and I'm going to innervate a Waxadred. Alright, this is still a lethal setup for next turn. Priest still needs a good answer here with 4 cards. 4 cards in hand, Priest still needs a good answer. Does he happen to have any?
The void is filled with many whispers.
Natalie Celine is a reasonable answer. That allows him to kill one of the Waxadreds. He still needs to find a Plague of Death in the very near future.
Submit, heretic.
Still needs to find the Plague of Death. I drew a Waxadred instead of a candle. Fine. Now he can kill both Waxadreds though. It's okay. I'll play Waxadred and I hit the priest in the face. He still needs to find the Plague of Death very soon. He also manages to find a Waxadred's candle. Sweet. I have 2 candles and Arcspore in my deck at the moment. What is the priest able to get here? Mind Flayer Karsh and a piece of heart removal. Some excellent RNG so far for the priest. But is it enough? Now, I have 4 candles in the deck. If I can pick up the candles and the priest is unable to find a mass removal tool, then I should be able to take this game. How many candles can I draw?
My cards are low. It's strange.
Alright. So on the board he can kill 2 Waxadreds. I'm going to play the Hidden Oasis here. I won't play the Arcspore yet. Let's see how this goes, because there could be a Shadow Madness. So now the priest needs another excellent top deck card. Can the priest find it? With 3 Waxadreds on the board, what can the priest do? There is a chance that this kind of deck might even have Shadow Madness, so I didn't dare to play the Arcspore. We'll see if Waxadreds can handle this. I mean, he needs something on the board, he is dead. But what can the priest find? That's an Apotheosis, right? An excellent choice for a top deck card. I highly recommend top decking Apotheosis when you're just about to die. Highly recommended. And then he was also able to generate that. Okay. Well, that means that he gets more Waxadred's candles into his deck. But he still needs to find a Plague of Death.
My cards are low. It's strange.
So I'm always going to draw all the candles.
Oh no, your trove of cards is gone.
2 cards in priest's hand. I mean, I'm going to hit the priest in the face, of course. There's no particular need for me to play the Arcspore, is there? No, not playing the Arcspore plays around, a little bit around the Plague of Death. Then priest top deck card this turn. Can he top deck a perfect answer again? Judging by his actions, he was able to top deck a renew that gave him the randomly generated Plague of Death, which was the only possible answer. So that's great for the priest. And let's see. This priest had all the luck in the world. And it seems that that luck may be enough to carry him to victory in this game.
We are all bound to fate.
4 damage next turn. 5 damage the turn after that. The Arcspore has to die. He had a Shadow Madness. Shadow Madness is something that I played around there, but as you can see.
Victory is
Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the show, please click the like button and subscribe to my channel for more.